If you'll excuse me, I'm going to be eating a sandwich during this because I think I need the energy and fuel because I watched two shitty films, Colombiana and this one. Oh, that's the end of the review. Thank you, tonight. But Apollo 18, it's less shitty. It's more just beyond mediocre. I mean, okay, Apollo 18, the reason I watched this film is because a while ago I had done a lot of reviews on these found footage films. And they're still up, and I did reviews for Blair Witch Project, which I love, Cloverfield, which I like, Zombie Diaries, which I hate, uh, Quarantine, Wreck 2, 84, Charlie Mopic. Uh, I did not do Paranormal Activity because I wanted to wait on them and just watch all three of them. So I don't know, wait on that. But I've done a review for a lot of them. And they're all on my channel, so feel free to go to my channel, type it up, and look it up. But I was kind of interested in Apollo 18 because I like the concept. Basically, this whole deal is, how come we never went back to the moon? Supposedly it's found footage from the 70s, where I believe it's like 1974. The official report is Apollo 17 was the last mission we had that went to the moon. And that missions after were canceled. But there was one more mission, Apollo 18, and this is the answer as to why we never went back to the moon. And this is found footage. And it's like 1974, and you have these three astronauts who their mission was canceled, but then it was put back up, but it's very hush-hush by the Department of Defense. Something about they have to go to the moon, and they have to set up these things that will detect, I guess, be like an anti-missile detection thing for the Russians. So it was that sort of deal because of the Cold War. And for most of the film, it's just a lot of the film. It's definitely a slow burn film. It's a slow moving film. Sometimes I don't mind that. Sometimes I don't. Blair Witch Project is definitely one. Um, but Blair Witch Project was the first one I ever saw of that, and I think it did things better than this one. And Blair Witch Project was 1999. Okay, long time ago. Let's do things a little bit differently. But well, they did. It's on the moon. Which I think that would bother some people in the fact that a lot of this stuff some people get into, like Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch, I think part of the reason is that you can relate to being lost in the woods. You can relate to it's your own home. Most of us can't relate to being stuck on the moon. So I think that bothers some people. That's why the film didn't do that well. I mean, it would cost $5 million, made like 15 to 20 million, so it made a profit. It didn't need to do much to make a profit. All that crap with the Weinstein saying, "Oh, it's real." I'm like, yeah, as real as my dick being gold plated. That's how real it is. You really think that works nowadays? Fuck's sake. I'm sorry. I'm going to be mean. If you thought Apollo 18 was real, you're an idiot. I know this is blatantly rude, but God, man, if you thought Apollo 18 was real, especially after seeing it, you're a fucking moron. I know that's rude, but that is blatantly rude, I know, but I'm not taking it back. I'm sorry. That's just insane. But problem I have with the film, it's just mediocre. It's just boring. It's not suspenseful. Other aspects I like, I thought you have three astronauts. One has to stand in the command module while two go to the moon. They set up a flag and they have fun during the routine. And you don't get to learn much about them, so there's really no character development. Really no character development at all. You really don't know anything about these guys. Um, so maybe a little bit more of that would have been appreciated. But the two of them, they set up the stuff. They get this interference. They hear these weird sounds, and Mission Control like, oh yeah, this interference, we'll take care of it. Uh, then one day it's like their flag's missing. They don't know what the hell's going on. You know, who could have taken it? And before that, they were looking. They found footprints. Like, wait a minute, they're not ours. And they find a Russian lander. So someone's been there as well recently. And they find a dead cosmonaut. It was a Russian. And oh, what happened to him? And is there another? Is he the one that's been making these noises during the middle of the night and stuff? Uh, and this all kind of sounds interesting to me. I mean, I want a found footage film to work because I think if it works, it will work wonders. But other than the fact the acting's not that bad, the way the footage looks, I thought it looked like it was in the 70s. I mean, they did a good job with the film. Not grain, but just how film looked in the 70s. I thought they did a capable job with that. The sets and the way the moon looked, I thought they did a very capable job on $5 million is not a gigantic budget for stuff these days. So I thought that, okay, I can respect that. And I like the idea. It just is not much happens. And the payoff is lame. Like, people say Blair Witch Project payoff is lame. What's nice is that they don't show you what it is. Because if they did show you a witch, think about it. If they show you a witch, I don't give a fuck what it is. You would laugh your ass off. It's the fact you didn't see it. You see what it is in this movie. And the bottom line, it's fucking aliens that are moon rocks. Moon rocks! The moon rocks are alive! It is alive. The moon rocks are alive, and they're going to get into your suit and bite you and then infect you. Like, infects this guy. And then for some reason he has amnesia about it, for some fucking reason. Then it gives you dementia and bloodshot eyes. And I'm sorry. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm like, dude, the guy is not in the Navy, U.S. and Army and Marines anymore. He's not in the picture anymore. He got bloodshot eyes. He's obviously infected with some alien shit. Get the fuck out of there. But no. I will not leave him. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. The guy is in the morgue right now. He just doesn't know it yet. Get the fuck out of there. Which is what the guy finally does. But it's too late. Moon rocks. That's what it's moon rocks. Rocks that once in a while, for a brief second, you see them move a little bit and fucking sprout legs and bad CGI. Moon crabs. I know people don't say, well, of course, because, you know, we've sent people there before, which is weird, because what about the people who were there before? Did they know anything? Like, did Neil Armstrong and them know anything about it? Did they know anything about it? Did you find out that this is a conspiracy that they sent these three guys up knowing that something was up there? It's like, how the fuck did they know something was up there? Did Neil Armstrong say shit? Like, you get no backstory on that. That would have been a little bit interesting, you know? But no. Just, you know, and then, you know, sending these three guys as guinea pigs, it's just weird that the government would spend all that money and time and all that trouble to send those three guys up there just to be guinea pigs. I'm like, what about a probe? You know, a probe? That could, you know, what are the devices? Put on the probe and work on that for a few years and send that off. Wouldn't that be more, you know, less of a hassle? Hey, what the fuck do I know? I don't know shit. But just me thinking, like, hey, well, in a year or two, let's make a probe with this shit on there, and we'll pass a few passes and give this, oh shit, we see it crawling. And tell people, I guarantee you there's going to be some nut fruitcakes who are going to volunteer for this shit. They're going to do some fruitcakes. So yes, sir, I would do that. There would be. There's fruitcakes everywhere, even in your own job. There's fruitcakes. And by the way, someone made a good point. This is found footage. How the if no one went back to the moon, how the fuck did the footage get back? The footage is on the moon. No one went back to the moon. Did the footage lift itself up and go back to Earth? Osmosis? Was it telekinetic? Someone, the fucking scanner should... Did Scotty beam it to the fucking Earth? Where the fuck... I don't fucking know. And now I don't care. But the both of them were going bad. They're going to try the other on the Russian thing. And the guy who's infected is like, oh, you know, I can feel that they want me and, you know, leave me here. And he gets out. Ultimately, he's dragged into this, he's dragged in and the guy follows. And then there's all these moon rock crabs. And he runs for the hills. Goes to Russia, and of course the Department of Defense is like, you're contaminated, even though he's not. It's like, you can't come back to Earth. The guy up there, the command module, he's going to get to it. The guy starts the Russian thing, shuttle goes up. Department of Defense are basically telling the guy in command module, you must abort, he's contaminated, you can't take him back to Earth. But the guy keeps going. And of course, the guy in the Russian, kind of pretty much our lead, as he gets into orbit, these rocks, you see these rocks float up, and they're the creatures. And apparently for I remember brief seconds, you kind of see that some of the big boulders turn the creatures too, like earlier, but you have to look hard for them. Even when you do, it's not really that impressive and worth it. And yeah, I know people will say, well, of course, we took all these pictures on there. You know, if they looked like anything else, we would have noticed. So, of course, they have to look like the moon rocks. Still laughable. Fucking shit. Moon rocks. And then what? I guess they've been the guy because the guy's going crazy, he's getting infected. And the guy command module, you're going too fast. I guess they collide. So now they're all dead. And it's just the pictures that they made up stories that they crashed here, doing a test and stuff like that, made up stories. And then they have like this tarot card saying like, oh, the moon rocks that was brought down before were given to prime ministers. Some of them have been stolen or disappeared. And I'm like, what, are you trying to say we're invaded right now? What the fuck? Like, and that's 10 minutes of end credits, by the way. 10 fucking minutes of end credits. The movie's really an hour and 15 minutes. The other, it says an hour and 30 or 85, 90 minutes. No, it's an hour and 15 minutes. The last 10 minutes are fucking end credits. Why are the end credits just longer than fucking James Cameron's Aliens? But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I like the idea of the film, but it's not suspenseful. I mean, there are little moments that I'm like, okay, this good-looking shot, just trying to give like an eerie, claustrophobic place. I like the fact people stuck on the moon, so that's even worse, that you can't go anywhere. So I like, there's little bits that I'm like, okay, that's nice, eerie stuff, okay. The footage, it looks good, like it would be authentic, except for the fucking moon rock creatures. And the actors were not that bad. Maybe if it didn't have another shitty ending that you see coming a mile away, why is it that 95% of these fucking found footage movies have to end the same fucking way? From what I understood, Chronicle, that new one, apparently it has a different kind of ending, which I'm like, oh, thank God. I hope they're not bullshitting me on that. But these have the same ending. Okay, it worked in Blair Witch. It doesn't have to do in every fucking movie. Every movie doesn't have to end the same way. Life Exorcism. Quarantine. Or you say Wreck and Wreck 2. Even Cloverfield ends the same way. God. End with you depressing and want to eat a bullet. Great. Or maybe if you made this film without the found footage stuff, like, you want to see this with the moon? Watch Moon with Sam Rockwell, or watch Moontrap. Moontrap. That's another thing that pissed me off. Moontrap comes out, doesn't do anything, doesn't even get a DVD release, but Apollo 18 has a fucking DVD with commentary and some deleted scenes and... But Moontrap can get a fucking DVD. See, you knew something was wrong with this Apollo 18 because they kept changing the release date all the fucking time. Like, they changed the release date all the time. All the time. And the thing is, it's not like the tremendously bad film. It's just mediocre. It's boring. And not much happens. And it has, yet again, the same type of ending in 99% of these movies. Yeah, from 90, 95% to 99, which is really 99% of these found footage movies have the same ending. And seeing these creatures was not a good idea because the moon rock creatures, moon rocks. The aliens are moon rocks. It's laughable to me. It literally is something you would see in the the Star Trek TV show from the 60s, but trying to make that actually try to be scary doesn't work. Moon rock creatures, no. With bad CGI, no. I mean, yeah, you briefly see them, but yeah. I'll end it here because there's not much more I can say. It's a mediocre movie. It's boring. Actors are fine. I like the idea behind the film. Maybe if they didn't do found footage, they just made an actual film. Tape Moon and Moontrap, put them together. Or, tape... that'd be very cool, to be honest. Tape Moon and Moontrap and put them together. That way you can have an ending where one guy makes it back to tell his story. I mean, what's wrong with that? That's not a cliche. This ending with, oh, everybody dies. That's the cliche nowadays, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I don't know. Lame movie. Moon rock creatures. Aliens, whatever. Fuck. Yeah, it's different. The rocks being the aliens. Aliens being rocks. But I'm sorry, I'm not steered by a rock. I got rocks outside. I'm not steered of them. It's a fucking rock. Get a hammer and... You got hammers? Use them. But anyway, that's Apollo 18, aka Invasion of the Rock Creatures. So thanks for watching, and take care. Later. Oh fuck, what is that? The fuck is this shit? Yeah, I see, yeah. Because, oh, there's rocks on the moon and they turn into a monster. Ah, it's gonna kill me! Do it now, do it. Do it, come on, you mean do it now? Do it. Come on, do it. Do it, kill me now, do it. Do it. Come on, Moonrock, do it. Do it. Do it, 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 do it. Come on, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Suck it, eat it, do it, do it. See, Moon's like, ah, fuck you up, beat me. Hey, I'm talking to you, fool. How should we handle the situation? So what have we accomplished? If you're up against a moon rock monster, Bruce Lee will save your ass. And you know it! Touchdown, asshole!